foundation
Yeah.
runs back.
I'm talking about.
Pop built that house to live in temporarily wide.
They
They built
the
a
other
house there, but there was a house there to start with that they tore down.
That we.
Oh,
had
tore it down
on
and
the
built the house
same
right back where it
track.
was. Or
Because there was a house
where it was.
just to the north of there in that little
And they used
pasture.
some of that lumber in the house.
That's,
that they built.
that's the house they built when they was building that house.
That was that where you lived.
Yeah. When I was a baby. My mom and dad lived when I was a baby.
And then Pop and Grandma's house, you heard noises in.
Yes.
Yeah, I also saw a little boy in it too.
Right.
What?
An old woman and a man.
Uh-huh.
An old woman and a man too.
Uh-huh.
No. No, Andy was little. He was still in the crib. And
Get this on film.
he was crying. And so it woke me up in the middle of the night. So I sat up in bed and I was going to go to his room. And I had a nightlight in his room. And there was a little boy standing in my doorway.
Did you scream?
No.
Didn't wake me up.
I laid back down for a minute and I thought, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing, you know. So I laid back down for a little bit and then I sat back up and the little boy was still standing there in the doorway. And it was like he was eating an apple and looking down. And anyway, so I laid back down again and I thought, this is ridiculous. And Andy started screaming his head off, you know, wanting to be fed. So anyway, so then about the third time that I sat up, then it was gone. And so then I went and got Andy and took care of him. But there was a little boy standing in the doorway. That's the only time I ever saw that. Then we
That's when I
had,
knew I was in trouble.
then I had covered doors that would open in the kitchen. They'd open.
This is in Paul and Francis's?
This
Yeah.
is in, or Pop and Grandma's.
Pop, yeah.
And then one time in the middle of the night, I woke up, and there was a man and a woman in the corner of the room, and it was like they started floating up. I couldn't. They were about halfway up, and the woman had a red dress on, and the man was dressed in a black suit, and they just floated up in the corner of the room. It was like they were standing there. They were standing there watching me, and then when I was getting awake, they just floated up and out of the room.
Well, and then you heard of,
Oh yeah, that pounding. That I was wide awake on that pounding deal. Yeah, it was like Dick was gone, the kids were asleep, and I was laying in bed reading a book. And all of a sudden, it was like a tennis ball bouncing against the side of the bedroom wall on the outside, and it just was a steady bounce, like somebody was throwing it and catching it. And I was so scared I couldn't look out the window to see if there was anybody there or not. So I reached up and the headboard of the bed got the phone. I called my mom, and then my mom called him, and then he and Wendell came. But that was a continuous beat until their headlights started coming down the road. Then the sound quit. So then he and Wendell went outside, and they looked all around the house, out in the buildings, all around. They started to drive down the road, thinking somebody went down the road, you know, from the house. And as soon as their headlights were out of sight, that sound started again. And then they came back and it quit. And then that was the end of it for the night. But it was just like a tennis ball bouncing off the side of the house. That was only one and only time I ever heard that. But that was scary because I didn't know if there was kids outside or what was going on. And he was gone.
that, it would be interesting to know where the lumber came from that built that house.
I used to know where that, you're talking about the little house.
Both of them.
Well, now the little house I don't remember. There's a story to that too, but I don't remember what it was. But there was a house there where they built the house. And they tore it down.
Yeah, because we lived there.
Yeah, they tore it down and used some of that lumber in the new house.
Right.
And did you know there was a room underneath the breakfast nook?
I didn't know
It was
that.
sealed up down below.
That's supposed to have been according to the blueprints anyway, because we have a blueprint up there. It's supposed to have been a fruit cellar and that thing.
Well, there was a fruit cellar down there.
No,
Yeah.
that's where we have the.
Right.
This was under the
But
breakfast nook.
when they poured the cement walls, they got to make it leave a door.